I'm Jim Check. You're watching Kelowna Now. With me, I have Ashley Ramsay. She was the BC United candidate for Kelowna Mission. We still don't know what's going on, but she's decided in the meantime she's going to run independently. Is that correct, Ashley?
That's correct, Jim.
So you're like a big roots in Kelowna, right? Like you've raised the family here, and you think why are you considering running still as an independent, although you don't know whether or not there may be an opportunity with the Conservative Party?
For sure. Yes, we do not have information from the Conservative Party at this moment. But regardless of that, I am running for a few reasons. To represent democracy is the first one. Second one is I am the only candidate in this riding that I feel can strongly listen and represent the voices of this community very eloquently and with truth and with knowledge of the region. And I just feel strongly that we need strong voices that represent our community in the ledge. And we had worked tirelessly over the last few months, and we had come far along in our voting ID. People were not voting for the party; they were voting for me. And I had to make a calculated decision based on the progress of that campaign that now continues to continue to build on the base that we had already voter ID. So more will be coming out on that soon, but I'm really excited.
So is that part of it, Ashley? So you're saying if the Conservative option shows up, you'd likely take that, but you don't want to lose any time communicating with the voters. Is that why you're kind of running as an independent right now? Is that a fair statement?
As of today, I will not be moving on to the side of the BC Conservatives.
Oh, as of today, you will not be doing it?
Correct.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. So you're going to run as an independent, even if they offer you the position or
Correct.
well, there you go. That's
I have to stand in my values and where I stand, and what I've been hearing from my constituents is they want somewhere to land, and that did
okay.
not provide them with a place to land. Um, I also represent a strong voice for a number of different sectors here in the province. So outside of the Okanagan, my roles with various different boards, working with the Canadian Media Producers Association and Innovate BC, there's a lot at stake there, and there isn't really anyone on the slate currently that can represent these diverse voices and sectors. And so that was another factor, right? If I step down, then who's the voice?
Right, because you've been in that industry for quite a while too, and represent that industry's interest for a number of time because you're a local entrepreneur that started one of the bigger success stories in the Okanagan Valley.
Yeah, it's been a crazy journey, and this isn't new for me. Throwing my whole life on the line for a bunch of other people. We had to clear payroll with our own money quite often. So it's not new to me to sort of put myself out there in service.
So going alone, that's
Um,
not a new horse to ride for you.
Definitely not. And I don't know where it comes from because it's crazy now, being in this position and leading the charge in this and being the brave one. But life's too short, and we need change, and we need the right people in the room to make the change.
Right. So if you're going to run as an independent, is there how do you get your platform out there, and what will you be? I guess you're going to share that what you're going to advocate for the area.
Yeah, we're working on, just today I discussed with a strategist that's outside the region around a super innovative way to run this. It's going to be transparent. We are going to have a platform. A lot of the BC United platform that I stood behind, I will still stand behind a lot of that policy. I think we need to open up our resource sector, get this economy fired up again. None of that changes. Crime and safety. There's a whole host of issues that affect our community specifically that the BC United had a wonderful foundation to build on. So I will be standing behind many of that. But I think as things progress over the coming days, the focus right now is just boots on the ground. So we have our team of, we've I don't even know how many volunteers we have as of today, but It's growing, which is super, super fun. But we just need to get there. There's one thing at a time right now because we're not building from scratch, which is beautiful. But the platform right now is yet to become. And there will be other candidates, I'm sure, across the province who probably will not join one party or form one new party, but there are approximately 30 candidates who will probably be running. So there will be a lot of substance there to work with. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So it's just about deciding what that looks like, or just running as an independent and just seeing what happens when election day comes.
100%. And yeah, it's not much really changes there on the like scaffolding around some of
Yeah.
the programs and stuff. Yeah.
So the money that was raised under the BC United banner, what happens with that money, or is that something that you can take on as an independent, or what happens there?
It's a tough one to answer because I'm not exactly sure what I'm privileged to say.
Mm,
But our money is not accessible to us.
right. Okay.
And
So those will be
unfortunately, that
answers
was
that you'll
sort
have
of,
to get from Elections BC, and that to see where that goes to, I guess.
yeah, I do know that a number of candidates have asked for their funds to be returned and they got a hard no. I did not experience that. Those
Mm,
were other candidates telling me their experiences. People donated to me, so I have an obligation to serve those people.
right.
And if I step down and those thousands of donors, then that leaves them, their money's gone. And, we will be running a lean and mean campaign, but we do have people opening their wallets today. So that's been great.
There you go. I imagine you don't have too much more to share today, but as you get your website and your platform kind of fleshed out, I imagine it would be good to come back on and talk about what your plans are and how you want to serve this community.
Be awesome. Thank you so much. Thanks for giving us a voice here. Absolutely. And I think that this will become a very big piece of how we will run the campaign. I think that there are some really innovative ways that we can approach how we're going to reach our voters. A lot of people really appreciated us coming to them, but other people didn't want that. They wanted to find their information online and through different media
Right.
sources, just like you guys, right? And
Yep,
I
for
hold
sure.
you guys in high regard, and so yeah, absolutely.
Thank you. Well, I thank you for your time today, Ashley, and I'm sure we'll catch up. Maybe Friday we can catch up and see where things are at. Right?
That'd be
Today's what,
amazing.
Wednesday? Days are a blur. I'm sure
Yeah,
they're
it's
a
going to
blur
move
for you,
fast.
right?
Going to be a
Right. So
wild week, but it jumped off, and there's no going back now. So we're on it.
awesome. Thank you, Ashley.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time today, and thank you for watching
Thank
Kelowna
you.
Now.
Do we close?